a new kind of lavish journey to. It's either me or the, now with added, expired, human condition, moon, printer gem, fight, paperwork, snake. It's either me or the human condition. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Stanley Parable 4. It's either me or the human condition. This is going to be the finale of the game. This will be the finale. We have 3 more endings to get, and they will all be in the new content. They're all going to be through the new content door.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building.
The balloons are still there, so that should mean
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. It's bucket time.
It's bucket time. Heck yeah.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
What does it mean? What does new content mean? Woo!
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game.
No, this isn't the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. This is the Stanley Parable 4. It's either me or the human condition.
It was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. I've just now realized that bucket you're holding, it's the bucket I've been working on for my sequel. How did you get your hands on it? Isn't this the preview to the sequel? How do you have the bucket already? This makes no sense at all.
Yeah, there we go.
Hold on. Did I already show you my ideas for the sequel? I don't remember doing that at all. You're seeing things all out of order. All right, let's see, it's the jump circle?
Can't jump.
The infinite hole, the giant door, did you see them already? Stanley, none of them are ready yet. I'm still developing them. They're not even close to finished.
The giant door?
When you saw them, were they
I don't remember a giant door.
Did they fulfill on the promise of everything that a sequel to Stanley Parable could possibly be? Had I figured out how the hell to make a sequel to this game? Wait, if you're still carrying the bucket around with you, if the bucket is interesting to you, that means I must have made it correctly. Yes. You carrying the bucket with you everywhere is exactly what I set out to accomplish. The bucket is the exciting and captivating new content that I promised. I did it! I win! I made a sequel to the Stanley Parable. Yes, the sign is correct. Thank you for enjoying the new content. thank you for taking the bucket everywhere with you. Clinging tightly to the bucket, never letting it go. It means I've won. It means I am victorious over the gamers. It is a sweet salve of victory on my soul. Thank you for enjoying the new content. The bucket is the Stanley Parable now. They are one and the same. There is no Stanley Parable without the bucket. I win. I win.
I'm gonna be twerking while you're talking.
I win. I win. I win. I win. I win.
Okay. I forgot about that ending. I forgot that that was an ending. So technically, I guess I missed 4 endings. That is not one of the endings that I was talking about.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps it's bucket time.
It's bucket time. Okay. Now, I go back again, and it should take me to the Stanley Parable 2 exhibit. Yeah, I didn't have to go through the preview.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra-deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Yeah!
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
I'm checking every whiteboard I can find because I saw a check mark box on one of them.
I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
And here we go.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
All right. Now, when I went to go see Jim, when I went to go press the Jim button, I skipped past all of his rambling.
I asked myself,
but I'm not going to do that this time.
What do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature.
All right, yeah. I can role-play as Jim.
I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim. Sleeping and waking as Jim.
Brain blast!
Falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim. Seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim. And as Jim, watching your dreams crumble into dust.
Wow.
Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now?
Yes.
If so, then please step forward and press the button.
I am Jim.
Jim.
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Jim.
Ooh. It hits even harder the second time. If
It's
this
my
were the only
name!
new feature in the
It's
Stanley
Jim!
Parable
That's
2,
my
it would still be
name!
worth the money. Let's take a break from the gym button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Oh, I want to hear my name more.
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim. I'm putting the gym button away. Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
Jim, 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 Jim. Jim, 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 Jim.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Taste the sequel. Enjoy the new features.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, later.
Yes. Woo!
Ah, I can see you've gotten the Settings World Champion trophy. Well done.
Nice.
You've experienced every setting. Traveled to all
Congratulations,
corners of the
Settings World
settings
Champion.
menu. There's nothing
Great
you
job,
haven't
you
seen.
did it.
So just for you, in the Stanley Parable 2, I'm including an entirely new setting. Something called Bumpscosity. What exactly
Bumpscosity?
is Bumpscosity? Well, I haven't quite figured that part out yet, but I know that
You're
you'll
the
be
champion
able
of
to
setting
adjust it
all
on some
slides
sort of
to all
slider,
possible numbers.
and
Please
that it'll
enjoy
be
this
accessible
room.
from the
This is
settings
your
menu.
room. It was
We'll
made
sort
just
out
for
the
you.
rest of the details later.
They will never
I
set
hope
the
you're
setting
looking
sliders to
forward
every
trying out
possible
every level of
setting.
Bumpscosity in the Stanley Parable 2.
So if we go Bumpscosity. Oof. 76, 100, 1,000, 1,000 Bumpscosity. Oh my god. Look at all the Bumpscosity. Look at all the Bumpscosity. It's amazing. It's incredible. Oh, Bumpscosity. That is the greatest setting anyone has ever made. Ever. Ever. It's incredible. Anyway.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the trophy will be given to you. It's as simple as that. As you can see,
Yay, I got the trophy!
Wait.
Test trophy, please ignore.
What the hell is going on? You got the trophy? Why did the machine work? Stanley, I didn't fix it. I didn't do anything to it. I swear, it was broken just a second ago. Who fixed it? Is someone here? Are we being watched? Oh, God. Composure. Composure. Yes, as you can see, the machine is working as normal, as I intended. It truly speaks to the awe-inspiring magic of the Stanley Parable 2. Breathe. Just breathe.
I got the achievement. That's awesome.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
All right. There's the infinite hole. But I really want that to be the last one we do. So I'm going in here. 2 buckets.
Wait.
What's better than 1 bucket?
Here?
2
How did you get a
buckets.
second bucket? Oh no, the warmth and comfort of a single bucket is already so great, so in 2 buckets there's no telling. Stanley, can you still hear me? Are you with me?
Ah!
Stanley! Oh, thank God. I didn't lose you, Stanley. The power of 2 buckets was too much. I had to destroy both of them. I know how much the bucket meant to you, but I couldn't take the risk. I hope one day you can forgive me.
Oh, bucket. My bucket. My precious bucket. I will always remember you, bucket. Goodbye, friend. Okay, so technically, I guess that one didn't actually count as an ending. The bucket being destroyed like that. I thought that counted as an ending. The whole world settings champion, that technically counts. That technically does count as an ending. As you are technically meant to reset the game afterwards. But I have more to show here.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Woo!
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Nope.
Okay, and I guess we're back in the hole now. Did you really need to see it again? I don't know what else there is to say, Stanley. It's an infinite hole. It's exactly what you're doing right now, but forever. There really are so many other fascinating exhibits that I've prepared for you. I really spent quite a lot of time on all this, and I would very much like to show you some more of them. How about we go ahead and press that teleport button again, so we can get back to what's really important about... Oh, goodness. Well, this is rather embarrassing, Stanley. I'll be honest with you. I truly did not believe that anyone would actually stay in the hole long enough to hit the bottom. Yes, I know, I told you the hole was infinite, but come on. Who actually wants
just
to
the two of us.
Forever?
We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Building castles in the sky. Just the two of us. You and I.
Look,
every pause button is a Roman numeral 2.
Some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
I like how the hole was used to discard buds. But I want to go in the hole again!
Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you.
Yes.
The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
It's a hole. It's a hole. I mean, we tried to put a rug over it.
I'm positive.
But it fell in the hole.
I really do.
And then we called the police, and then they fell in the hole.
And I've had enough of the hole for a lifetime.
I was walking around with my favorite mug, and then it fell in the hole.
Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing
this is
steadily
my favorite
less
mug.
and less infinite.
Down here in the
I
hole.
suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there
Sure.
it is. The shame
Oh.
of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot. How is this still appealing to you? With holes, but at this depth, I
Yes.
just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
It's not working.
Is the, teleport
The
button
teleport
not
button
working?
doesn't work.
You sure?
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm sure.
I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again.
Trying.
Still
It's not
nothing?
working.
Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Oh. Crap. Well, what am I going to do now? Narrator? Narrator? What's that noise? Hello? Narrator? Oh. Oh, the hole is going deeper. The hole is getting deeper. Oh. I like this one. Ooh, I like that one.
My head's stronger. Now you're no longer.
He's upside down. Ooh.
Stanley? Stanley! Stanley! Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland.
What?
But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-pip.
Doodle-pip. And there we go. Begin the game again. The end is never the end.
All of
Now-
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. It's bucket time.
I am going to... I'm going
Stanley
to
clutched
one
the
place,
bucket tightly
and
to
one
his
place
chest
only.
and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours. But alas, no stickers.
That's okay. This is where I want to be. This is where I belong. In here with the broom closet, with the bucket. This is where I will stay. And this is where I will give my final thoughts on the game. The Stanley Parable was a game that I absolutely loved when it first released. And I played it so many times, all the way through, got every single ending many times over. The original Stanley Parable could keep you busy for about 4 hours, 8 hours if you were going for the 4-hour ending. I would play through it. I would play through the whole thing several times. I still have not gotten the 5-year achievement. I still have not gotten the 5-year the achievement for not playing the game for 5 years, because I just love the game that much that I cannot go 5 years without playing it. Now that this version is out, I probably can afford to not play that for 5 years. But that also means that I will never get the 10-year achievement for this game. Yeah. So I love the game. I love all the different endings. There's not a single ending that I don't enjoy. And this game is the exact same. The Ultra Deluxe is the exact same way. Ultra Deluxe, Stanley Parable 2, Stanley Parable 3, Stanley's Little Scorpion, and Stanley Parable 4. Stanley Parable 4. It's Me or the Human Condition. Like, the whole franchise, the entire Stanley Parable franchise is just incredible. It's all incredible. I love it. I love it to death. It's so good. And I love the bucket. I legitimately love this bucket. This bucket is like one of the best things to happen in a game. Like, just knowing that this is meant to be the new content. That you take this bucket everywhere and it just slightly alters each ending. And that is the bulk of the new content. Is just carrying this bucket everywhere. And that is just hilarious. Because it is a great commentary on the fact that so many different games that do re-releases just slap on the bare minimum of new content, just so they can justify the whole reimagining or remake, and that is unfortunately what, like, say, SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. That is what that did. Now, I still stand by that is the definitive version to play that game, and this is the definitive version to play the Stanley Parable, but where that game added very little, even though it promised a lot, this game promised nothing. This promised nothing. All we knew was that it was going to be a re-release of the game on home consoles and would feature new content. They never once it was just new content, but we never got an explanation as to what that meant. So we weren't really promised anything in this. And what we got was just so funny and so entertaining. I absolutely love it. This is one of the greatest. This is one of the greatest re-releases of any video game ever. I absolutely adore this. It is so good. Now, there are 3 endings that I did not get in this whole playthrough, mainly because it is not really possible to get it on the console version. You need to get these on the PC version. There is the serious room there's the serious room ending. There's the party ending. There's the party ending. And there's the party ending, and there's the baby minigame ending. By doing those 3 endings, I will probably end up showing off in another video, like a couple of years down the line, once I actually have proper equipment. When I have proper equipment, I'll probably end up showing all 3 of those endings off, and I'll probably showcase the original version of the Stanley Parable, showcase all 3 endings in the original version of the Stanley Parable, simply so that I can also showcase the the ending where you fall down the hole of the mind control facility, because that was a glitch in the original game. It was not originally an ending, so I will want to showcase that, and I will want to showcase the true ending again, because the true ending because the instructional video that you're given is different in the original Stanley Parable. And I'll probably end up going through the blue door again, the Defiance ending, to showcase how different that is. So there are some stuff that I would end up having to show off. So that could be like another 2 videos probably. And those will just be kind of bonus videos whenever I get around to them, whenever I have the right equipment for it. I'll probably make I'll make those 2 videos and have them be bonus videos at the end of this playthrough. But As far as the actual playthrough goes, this is it. This is the end. And this game, I love it so much. This is so good. This is like one of the funniest games I have ever played. I absolutely adore this. I absolutely adore this game. I don't know if I would rank it in my top 12 favorite games ever. I don't know I don't know where I would rank it, but it's 100% within my top 20. I don't know if it's in my top 10, but it's definitely within my top 20. But yeah, it is a fantastic series, and maybe I should do a month that talks about video games. Video games. Something catchy. I would need something catchy. Game Lie? No. Game Sember? No. Game Vember? No. Game Tober? Game Timber? Game Timber. That's not bad. Game Timber. September. That's not bad. Maybe I'll do a video game month where I just talk about all of my favorite video games. That could be something interesting. That could be. I could see that lasting me a whole month. I have a lot of video games that I really love, and it would be nice to get to share my opinions with everybody about them. So yeah, let me know in the comment box below. Would you guys like to see a video game centered month where I talk about my top however many I choose of my favorite video games? Like, I talk about my top favorite video games. Would you guys like to see that? Let me know in the comment box below. But in the meantime, I would rate the original Stanley Parable a 10 out of 10, and the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, Stanley Parable 2, Stanley Parable 3, Stanley's Little Scorpion, and Stanley Parable 4, It's Me or the Human Condition. I would rank all of those 4 to 7 out of 10. They're wonderful. They're all wonderful games. I absolutely adore this franchise. And I think that's about it. Now, if I had to pick my favorite ending, obviously it's the broom closet ending. The broom closet ending is my favorite. But if I had to pick a second favorite ending from the original Stanley Parable, not all of the new content, I suppose my second favorite ending would have to be the Blue Door Defiance ending. Specifically getting to see the other games get represented in that ending. Where in the original it was Minecraft and Portal, where for this it's Rocket League and Firewatch. I love that. That's great. And as far as the new content goes, The Infinite Hole absolutely is my favorite ending. The Infinite Hole is just great. But a close second is definitely the Stanley Press Conference. That is a very close second. That was very feel-good. That was a very nice ending. But yeah, so that's going to do it for this video. So Thank you everybody so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. If you did enjoy, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, all that good jazz. And I will see you all in the next video. Everybody, bye-bye!
Goodbye, my precious bucket.